All right, flyover states. My favorites. My favorite. Anyway, somebody's going to criticize the Seinfeld act. Am I going to do that first? Let me do this one first. Seinfeld article. Yo, Billy Nub Nub. Star Wars. Look it up. Mayfeld. Okay. All right, I'll look it up right now. What is a Nub Nub? That's probably an adorable little creature or some sort of robot. Here we go. Star Wars. Nub. Yub Nub is one. This guy wrote Nub Nub. What does Yub Nub mean? Freedom? Oh, Jesus. All right. That Seinfeld article was a great cheerleading effort to get New York City to believe it will be what it was. Not saying it won't, but the article he responded to wasn't that harsh. It was realistic. Listen, we all know that people are struggling, but if you're going to go on public record, basically you're going to say out to the public that I'm leaving, the whole city's going down the fucking drain. Here's a real number. 75% of all restaurants in New York will be out of business by spring of next year, even with the booming holiday season, which they won't get. It wouldn't be enough. The mayor of New York said in response to things being shut down, the rich will have. You missed. Come on, guys. You gotta proofread these. I guess the rich will have to order takeout. That's ignorant political bullshit. I have 4 friends who have already had to shut down. 2 are owners of 2 separate restaurants, and the other. Yeah, buddy. We all know we're going through difficult times. It was just great for somebody to say we're going to be back. Well, let me ask you this. These people who are going to, are they never going to own a restaurant again? Are they never going to work again? Okay, we've gone through shit like this in the past. And all he was saying is that, God forbid somebody says something positive. And now what you're going to do is just go all negative and just say that you're being a realist. Seinfeld was also being a realist. He wasn't sitting in the middle of this, acting like this was the end of the fucking world, and that New York City, as we know it, is done and over, and it's never going to be, you're never going to be able to open another fucking restaurant. All right, all of this shit that you know and love that's going away. When it was built, there was people bitching, going, "But you're tearing down this other thing that we knew and loved," and then that becomes the new thing. All right? When the World Trade Centers were first built, people fucking hated them. They hated them. And then they became the identity of the skyline. And then when we lost them, people were beyond sad. All right? It's just whatever you love took the place of something that somebody else loved. Okay? We're all going through a rough fucking time here. And why do I need to read all of these fucking depressing stats? That this what you're going to do is what the news has been doing. This is all they've been doing. That's why I like what Seinfeld wrote. All right. He says that's ignorant political bullshit. I have 4 friends who've already had to shut down. 2 are owners of 2 separate restaurants, and the other 2 each manage other places. All out of work. 3 are leaving the city. Aside from banking, food is everything when it comes to the city's economy. It's fine to be optimistic, but saying New York is the greatest city in the world doesn't change how fucking bleak it's been. Well, you missed his message. Trash is literally piling up like it's never before. That's bullshit. The garbage men went on strike. It was way worse. Everything is going to continue to go to shit for as long as it takes huge real estate groups to come in and buy up the whole blocks. You should really look into it more. I understand all of this, sir. I understand all of this, but it was just nice to read something positive. Thank you for bringing me back down into you're so fucking real, man. I mean, you're catastrophizing here. Is what you're doing. You're acting as though, first of all, you're saying that the trash has never piled up like this before. That's complete bullshit. The city was damn near lights out. Late 70s, early 80s. It was going bankrupt. There was like people squatting in empty fucking buildings that you could have bought for nothing. And now look at them. They're worth zillions of dollars. I remember when I first moved to like Harlem. I first went to New York City and I take the bus and we'd go through Harlem. It still looked like the way New York looked back. And now look at it. No one would have ever said that it would have came back like that. All right? It's constantly fucking changing. And I know gentrification, people don't like that shit. I'm not saying I'm pro or against it, but like those white people also got pushed out of where they were. Everybody's getting pushed. Everything moves. Everything changes. It doesn't have to be the end of the fucking world, okay? This is, my big worry is that our money and our whole financial system is nothing but a Ponzi scheme, and that they will look at this virus as the scapegoat they needed to gracefully walk away and blame COVID and political parties and that type of shit for why the dollar collapsed, rather than the fact that they were a bunch of greedy cunts. All right? Anyway, but I don't know. He says, I do agree with you. We don't have any good leaders. But also, can you acknowledge that this isn't just some recession stuff? This is a whole new thing that's happening to the city. It's not a new thing. You missed the point. New York has gone through this. When Seinfeld moved to New York, the city was bankrupt. There was no curb your dog laws. There was dog shit all over the place. When I first came to New York, dude, you wouldn't fucking Alphabet City you didn't go there day or night. Tompkins Square Park was totally taken over by fucking drug addicts, homeless people, and all of that type of shit. Like, stuff does change. It's not always just going to be for the worse. And there's two ways of living your life. You can just sit there and be like, oh, it used to be better, and now it sucks, and it's never going to get better. You can live like that, or you can think positively about the future. Whereas I'm sitting out here in the throes of global warming with 119, 120-degree fucking weekend here. I was holding on to the fact that California passed a law that all trucks have got to be fucking electric in the next couple of years. And I think, it's going to be a tough transition, and I believe that we're going to do it. And I also believe that they're going to come up with some quick testing is going to be more affordable. They're going to come up with some sort of vaccine. If AIDS didn't take us out, this thing isn't going to take us out. We're going to lose a lot of restaurants. There'll be a bunch of new ones that come in. And, as far as corporations and big real estate groups buying shit up, they've been doing that forever. But there's still always going to be cool parts of the fucking city. And I believe in people. I believe in this country. And I approve of this message. All right, there you go. So